Poor body image is an issue that greatly affects young women and girls across the United States. This issue is largely due to negative media influence, poor parental guidance, and pressure from peers. We need to understand the severity of this issue and notice the negative effects it has in order to solve the problem. So first, what is body image? In essence, it's the way that we see ourselves. And we can have a poor view of how we are or a negative view of how we are. Negative is classically defined by a distorted image of yourself, meaning you not seeing yourself for who you are. While a positive image is a clear image of who you are and who you are personally and physically. Body image issues. So who does this affect? This affects the United States and the rest of the world. Majority of the population is made up of women, which is unfortunate because that means over half of the population has a negative view of how they see themselves. This study was done by the Dove Global Beauty and Body Confidence Reported Survey, and it surveyed over 10,500 women across 13 countries. And these are the percentages of people who did feel confident about their body. As you can see, South Africa had some of the best ratings, as 64% of the women felt that they were beautiful and had a good image of themselves. Well, in Japan, only 8% felt that they had a good image of themselves. And this is the problem. These really need to be 100%, and we're going to go and solve this issue. The first misconception is that media does not have a significant influence. Often women are told that it's their problem and it's something that they need to fix by themselves, which A, doesn't help solve the problem, and B, only puts a negative view of who they are even more. So according to the CSM Body Image Report, in a national survey of girls ages 13 to 17 by the Girl Scout Research Institute in 2010, nearly half, or 48%, wished they were as skinny as the models they saw in fashion magazines, and said that these fashion magazines gave them the body image to strive for. And that was 47% of the girls that reported that. The second misconception is that peer pressure does not play a role. Parents, siblings, friends, and teachers all play a significant role in how we see ourselves. According to a psychological study done by UCLA, girls who are called fat at the age of 10 are more likely to be obese by the age of 19. The study looked at 1,213 African American girls and 1,166 Caucasian girls. The girls who were told they were fat at age 10 were 1.66 times more likely to become obese by the time they were 19. It was also found that the number of people who told them they were fat increased, so did the likelihood of them becoming overweight within the next 9 years. So in order to solve this problem, we have to think of positive solutions. The first one, obviously, is positive involvement in the media to counteract one of our misconceptions. It's necessary for the media to take steps and include multiple kinds of bodies to represent women on a grand spectrum rather than representing one standard body. Clothing stores have taken steps such as Nike, Forever 21, and Charlotte Russe in order to solve this problem. Solution number 2 is creating a positive environment for these girls. It's key for young girls to grow up in an environment conducive to a positive image. According to Gail Saltz, a psychologist, psychoanalyst, psychiatrist, therapist, and best-selling author, there are 7 basic steps that can be implemented in order to help young women and girls feel confident within their household. Sympathize. Gail Saltz says that mothers and fathers need to sympathize with their young girls when they are talking negatively about their body and not blow it off as if it's something that isn't a real issue. Next is to model body comfort, meaning mothers especially need to decrease any kind of fad diets or Weight Watcher systems that they have within the house because it's a negative influence on the girls themselves. Next is to enlist the father. A father is one of the first male images that a young woman sees, and it's important for the father to be a source of support for the girl. Next is to avoid sexualizing your daughter. This is one of the worst things you can do when you promote a household that is of an unobtainable image or has standards of what a girl should and shouldn't do. You're sexualizing your daughter, causing her to have a negative image of who she really is. Next is to build a resilience and move the body. So rather than encouraging weight loss, you should encourage working out and having a good, healthy diet for your daughter. Next is to set limits on clothing, especially with children for a young age. A lot of magazines are exploiting young girls and sexualizing them in magazines, which is something that needs to be fixed. So setting parameters of what your daughter can and can't wear will help her understand the value of her body. In conclusion, we need to promote health, not image, encourage confidence and self-love, and focus on inner beauty rather than outer beauty. Society needs to promote these things in order to help this problem and stop having a negative image of who we are.